What's going on, guys? So we are inside of our brand new 2026 Forest River Ibex. This is the 25 RBH rear bunkhouse unit, theater seating. We currently have the only slide in. You can see that it does block the entrance to the bathroom, but there are two entrances on this unit. So let's say you're on the highway, you're traveling, you stop at a Buc-ee's and you need to use the restroom in the RV and not in their super clean bathrooms. You can go through the front entrance straight into the bathroom. So if you're in this part of the RV and you want to access the bathroom, you do have to push the slide out a little bit to be able to get into the bathroom. But you do want to be sure if you push the slide out a little bit, you push it out enough that the wiper seal all the way around goes fully out or fully in, depending on which way you're pushing the slide in or out. But that's not the point of this video, even though there's a lot of folks who probably wanted to see what this unit looks like with the slide in. Really, you can access every single thing in here other than the bathroom. If you want to use the bathroom, you have to go outside, go through the other door, or push the slide out. But this is a really nice space, and it's kind of cool considering the fact that if this slide wasn't here, you would still be able to fit everything in this space except access to the bathroom. But you'd probably have a little door right there, a smaller refrigerator, and the dinette would be set up a little bit different to give you better access here. But again, this is a really cool floor plan considering the slide is in right now. Anyways, the point of today's video though is to set up the included tire pressure monitoring system from RoadTech that comes with these Ibex RVs. So that is really cool. I love the fact that they give you tire pressure monitoring, and it's the type that is around the wheel itself and not just on the valve stem. There's a lot of little nuggets that come with these units, including the road vac down there. You have a central vacuum unit in here, this specific one, because it has the beast mode suspension, which is absolutely insane. Comes with the 2000 watt inverter, 400 watts of solar versus the standard 200 watts. And yeah, this thing is awesome. It has air vent covers on it specifically with that package as well. And they've done a lot here. So we're continuing our way along, getting this thing completely set up. And the next step is getting the RoadTech TPMS going. So let's go ahead and kick this off. Okay, so what's different between this and maybe previous generations of TPMS is the fact that this thing is touchscreen. So it's got a 4.3-inch touchscreen color display, and the way you get this set up is you turn it on right here, and then you're going to pick what type of tow vehicle you have. So we'll select vehicle type, then we'll select vehicle 2, because it says right here vehicle 1 is going to be a tow vehicle, side-by-side or other. Vehicle 2 through 7 will be trailers of any type. So we want to do vehicle 2. Number of axles, it's really 4 locations because it's all independent suspension, but typically this would be 2 axles. I guess it was already selected under 2. Number of tires per axle, 2. Spare tire, yes. All right, press OK. Vehicle 2, yes. All right, automatic code learning, vehicle 2. Okay, so it says select the tire position, learn the sensor, tap the next position to learn the sensor code. When all tire positions have been learned, press enter. So we probably have to get near the tire to do that. So what we'll do is we'll go near each tire. You'll see that the sensor is opposite of the valve stem. We'll simply select it until it finds it, then we'll continue to the next setting. Okay, so right now we are on the passenger side front tire. Let's go ahead and select that. It's going to be opposite of the valve stem, which is down there. We're going to learn. Okay, enter. Now we want to do the back tire right here. Learn. Okay. Now we're going to go around to the driver's side front tire. Okay, we're over here. There's the valve stem, opposite side. Learn. Okay. Now the back tire. Learn. Wow, that was very painless. That was pretty easy. If we had more tires, we could continue. We might be able to do the spare. I'm not 100% sure if they put a sensor in the spare, but let's check it out. There's the valve stem. Go to learn. Oh, it's not picking anything up on this spare. So we do not have a TPMS sensor in the spare, but it is a matching spare, which is really nice. Gosh, I love the look of that suspension. I could spend all day down here. And they've done an absolutely fantastic job sealing the bottom of this thing up, so hopefully I never have to deal with any type of pests or rodents getting in here. Okay, so we're back inside on the main menu. Right now the low pressure indication is set in properly, so I need to go ahead and change that. It's showing that we're 60 psi, which is where we should be. And I want to go ahead and change the tire pressure settings. So the cold pressure, let's change that to 60 psi. And then you can manually change that if you want as well. So we can change the low to, let's just say 50 psi, and then the high to 80 psi. And then that's your spare. So I don't have the spare in place right now, so it doesn't really matter. And then we should be okay now. Okay, so everything is within range. Looks pretty nice. Really nice screen. They've really come a long way. I can see why they switched to this system from RoadTech, but love the fact that it's a touchscreen display now. Very cool. We'll leave this in here charging, but it's always good to have tire pressure monitoring on your RV. I think everyone knows that that's pretty much a standard thing that you need to have these days to be able to monitor the condition, because sometimes you just don't know. Anyways, love the fact that the folks over at Forest River Ibex include the RoadTech TPMS with their RVs. These are things that people have asked about. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think of how far RVs have come in just the last 5 years. You know, better tires, better axles, better suspension period, better equalizers. In the case of this RV, fully independent coil sprung suspension with dual shock absorbers at each location. That's awesome. A lot of solar on the roof. That's awesome. Big inverter, TPMS, central vacuum units. I mean, there's just so many innovations that have come out. Better quality 12-volt appliances. I mean, over the last 2 years, the quality of a 12-volt refrigerator has just skyrocketed compared to what it was, 3 to 4 to 5 years ago when they were first kind of becoming popular. So I can honestly give it to manufacturers, I believe, for the most part. Not all of them, and not all sub-brands, but Ibex is certainly one that's doing a lot of good things, as well as many other brands. We're going to do a little upgrade here. So right now it has 20-pound propane cans, 2 of them in this cover. I have fully filled, I don't know how you say that, fully filled 30-pound propane cans that I want to put here. And the only thing I have to change out is this shroud. So I went ahead and ordered on Amazon a 2 30-pound can shroud that looks identical to this. It's by Camco, and it's going to give me the ability to have 2 30-pound cans here. The only other piece I'll have to change out is this piece right here, because this bolt is going to have to be much taller to be able to support the additional height of those 30-pound propane cans. And I need to make sure that I have enough slack going down to my propane line, which I do think so. Yeah, that propane line is definitely long enough to be able to support the slightly higher connection point that it will be at. So I just need the longer threaded rod, and this piece all is going to stay the same, so it's really just that threaded rod right there, and we'll be ready to go with the 30-pound cans once it comes in. Other than kind of loading everything up and figuring out where you're going to put it, the big upgrade I'm doing today is going to be to add my RVLock keyless entry. That's the first upgrade I pretty much do on every RV. It is a common sense upgrade. It is really, really easy to do. I'm not going to go through the whole installation of it, but I will show you what it's all about when we're done, because I've already made like 16 videos, something like that. I've made a lot of videos installing this thing on different RVs, and it's a super, super easy upgrade, but it is the best one I've ever seen. It just is better than every other lock you can get on your RV, so that's the reason why I keep going back to it. Now, we have pretty much any mechanical stuff up here, mechanical towing related stuff up here. The back over here is going to be pretty much anything related to like normal use of the RV. Like I have the on-the-go ladder back there, I have chairs, I have the hose, stuff like that. The other side is going to be all my sewer connections, everything that I need for connecting it to electrical and sewer and water. And then on the other side over there, not exactly sure what I'm going to put there yet, but it's probably going to be more miscellaneous stuff that I might need on that side of the RV. I try to keep things in the storage compartment on the corresponding side of the RV that I might need it, like the on-the-go ladder connections up there. So, that's kind of where we have it placed. But yeah, this is going to be going to be a pretty simple process to put the lock on. There are some other upgrades, little things that we're doing, mainly for storage, privacy, stuff like that. But the first big one that we want to do is to get this RV lock installed. Again, super, super quick installation. This thing is absolutely awesome. This is the V4, which is the newest generation of it, and keyless entry, all of that stuff, and this thing is built incredibly well. Lifetime warranty, backlit keypad, has a Duro keypad. This thing is just absolutely awesome. So we're going to throw this on right now so I can have easier access in and out of the RV whenever we are needing to come out to it and get on. Okay, so we have completed probably one of the best upgrades that you can do on an RV. It's one of the first upgrades I always do, and it's one that I am never ashamed of saying is one of the most important. It is a super, super easy install. Basically, all you do with your factory door lock is you take the 4 screws off, and they're going to be in the same location as well. You remove the 4 screws right here. You remove the old plate right here. You pull the whole lock assembly out. You put the new lock assembly in. You're going to have a little wiring harness that goes through that plugs into this side. You plug it in, put this piece on, making sure the handle is in a flat position, not an open position like this. You'll know what I mean if you have to do it. You're going to put the new plate on, screw it in place, put your 4 screws in place, and that's it. Aside from that, it's just programming it. And then you have your key fobs that come with it as well, which are going to give you the ability to remotely lock or unlock the door. You also have the ability to punch the code in, and you also have the ability to use the high security key that comes with them, or the 2 high security keys, to manually unlock it from this side. The process of programming your code is simply holding this code reset button down until it welcomes you to RVLock. It's going to ask you to put your code in twice, so you basically punch your code in twice. Once you've done that, it's saved, and that's it. They have a much more durable surface right here now with this newest generation. They have a steel handle on the inside right here as well, so it doesn't flex at all when you're pulling it shut. Very smooth operating, and the process of locking your RV is super simple. Close it, hold the lock button down. Nice pleasant tone. And then to unlock it, you simply put the code in, which I will do real quick. That's it. Very, very cool. And this is what your key looks like. Again, it's a high security key along with a really, really nice key fob right here. It gives you the ability to control 2 doors independently, which is really cool, which means if I want to be able to lock the front door independent of the back door, or the back door independent of the front door, I have the capability of doing that. And again, to unlock it, simply press the button. To lock it, simply press the button. This is one of the quickest, most satisfying installs you can do on your RV, because it gives you a much higher security lock, and it gives you multiple ways of accessing your RV, especially if you're coming out to it, if it's in storage, but not wonder if you have the right key. Just punch the code in and get into the RV is really, really nice. Or have the key fob hanging from your keychain and to be able to open it remotely. Really good things that enhance the convenience of owning an RV, especially if you have multiple doors. So, you know, in some RVs, you have a front door, you have a back door, and you have a really far back door. And having keys to be able to access all of that's really important. And having the ability to access them when you want to conveniently without having to carry keys around is really nice. Plus the fact that you can even get baggage lock doors from them. They have all sorts of products. I'll put a link in the description of this video if this is something you may be interested in. But I'm going to tell you, it's really fulfilling when you do little upgrades that don't take very much time, aren't terribly expensive, and give you a lot of function and convenience that you didn't have before. And the other thing that is really, really profoundly different than the past is these TPMS systems. I love the fact that the RoadTech system's touchscreen. It is so much quicker to set up than systems in the past where you really had to go through a lot of trouble of pairing each sensor individually. It took forever. Sometimes it didn't work. So yeah, hopefully this video helps you out if you're trying to set up your RoadTech system, or if you're trying to add an RV lock to your RV. Both really, really good upgrades to have. The RoadTech system comes with the RV, so you get your TPMS, which is really nice. I love the fact that it uses the bands around the wheels as well. And the RV lock is widely available. I'll put a link in the description of this video if it's something you may want to purchase. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.